Okay, let's start.
Good evening, everyone. Today we gather to discuss one of the most critical environmental issues confronting our planet, which is pollution. As Malaysia continues to grow economically and industrially, the side effects of progress are becoming more visible in the form of various types of pollution. In this discussion, we will focus on five key forms of pollution, which is land pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, and waste pollution. Each member will be explained one type of causes, consequences, and potential solution. Finally, we will collectively determine which type of pollution has the most profound impact on Malaysia. Let us begin now. I am TAMILCELVI. Today, I will be talking about land pollution, which is one of the major environmental issues facing the Malaysia. Land pollution happens when the waste is improperly disposed of on the ground, leading to soil contamination and environmental damage. One of the main causes is improper waste disposal, especially in urban and rural areas where garbage is dumped or burned openly. Industrial waste and agricultural chemicals like pesticides and fertilizer are also contribute to soil pollution. The effects are harmful to both people and nature. Toxic substances in the soil can contaminate food and water, leading to health issues such as skin disease and even cancer. Wildlife is also affected when animals eat or get trapped in waste. Land pollution also makes our surrounding looks dirty and lower land value, which affects our tourist and agriculture rates. To fight land pollution, we need to focus on education and awareness, promoting the three R's, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle, is the key. The government should enforce a stricter laws on waste disposal, and industry must be held accountable. As individuals, we can compost or avoid single-use plastics and take part in gotong royong cleanup efforts in our communities.
I agree with your points about land pollution, especially how improper waste disposal and open burning harm the environment. The effects on health, wildlife, and land value are serious. I also support your idea about promoting the 3 Rs and stricter laws from the government. Now I would like to share about air pollution. Air pollution happens when harmful or toxic substances are released into the air. These substances can come in the form of smoke, dust, gas, or chemicals. When the air is polluted, it becomes dangerous for humans, animals, and the environment. Clean air is very important for our health, but sadly many places around the world are facing serious air pollution problems. There are many causes of air pollution, especially from human activities. One of the biggest causes is the smoke from vehicles such as cars and motorcycles. When many people drive every day, the air becomes full of harmful gases like carbon monoxide. Factories and power plants also release smoke and chemicals into the air when they produce goods and generate electricity. Other causes include open burning of garbage, forest fires, and even dust from construction sites. Air pollution has many negative effects on our health and the environment. Breathing in dirty air can cause problems like asthma, coughing, and lung infections. Besides affecting humans, air pollution also harms animals and plants. It can damage forests, pollute water sources, and contribute to climate change by increasing the earth temperature. One common sign of air pollution is haze, which makes it hard to see and breathe properly. As university students, there are some ways we can help reduce air pollution. One simple way is to use public transport, walk, or ride a bicycle instead of using a car or motorcycle all the time. This helps to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. We can also save electricity by turning off lights and fans when not in use. Avoiding open burning, recycling more, and planting trees around our campus or at home are also good ways to help clean the air. We can also join environmental programs or awareness campaign to encourage others to take action. In conclusion, air pollution is a serious issue that affects all of us. It has many causes and dangerous effects, but if we work together, we can reduce it.
I agree with your statement, Hana. Air pollution is a big problem that affects everyone, and it is caused by many things we do every day. But the good news is that if we all work together and take small steps, like using public transport and saving energy, we can make a big difference. It is important for all of us, especially as students, to take action and encourage others to do the same. So my point is noise pollution. Noise pollution happens because of many loud sounds around us. One because like cars and motorcycles that make noise on the roads every day. Construction work is another cause where big machines and trucks make a lot of noise during weekend off-road repairs. Factories and industry use heavy machines that produce constant loud sound. Even everyday sound like honking horns or barking dogs can increase noise levels in busy areas. All these sources together make the environment noisy and uncomfortable. Noise pollution can cause many problems for people and animals. When we hear loud noise for a long time, it can hurt our ears and can cause hearing loss. It can also affect our heart by making our heart beat faster and causing high blood pressure or stress. Noise pollution can disturb our sleep, making us feel tired and less able to concentrate during the day. It can also make people feel anxious, angry, or upset. Besides humans, animals are affected too. For example, loud noise in the sea from boats and ships can confuse fish and damage coral reefs. This shows that noise pollution harms both people and nature. There are many ways to reduce noise pollution. Government can create laws to control noise levels, especially in places where people live. People can also use soundproof areas in their homes to block outside noise. It is important for everyone to avoid unnecessary honking and to keep music at a reasonable volume. Workers who have to be in a noisy place should wear earplugs to protect their hearing. By following these simple steps, we can reduce noise pollution and make life better for both people and animals. To conclude, noise pollution is a big problem that impacts everyone's health and well-being. It comes from many sources and cause many troubles. But if we all try to make less noise, we can improve our environment. That's all from me.
I agree with your points about noise pollution, especially how loud sounds in vehicles, construction, factories harm the environment. The effects on health, sleep, and animals are serious. I also support your idea about reducing noise to soundproofing and public awareness. Okay, now let's move to water pollution. I would like to talking about water pollution, which is another major environmental issue in Malaysia. Water pollution happens when harmful substances like chemicals or waste enter our rivers, lakes, or seas, making the water unsafe for people and animals. One of the main causes is industrial waste, as many factories release toxic substances directly into rivers. Besides that, pesticides and fertilizers from farms also wash into waterways during heavy rain. Even in housing areas, people sometimes throw rubbish or use oil into drains. which leads to water pollution too. The effects of these are serious. Polluted water can spread diseases such as diarrhea, skin infections, and even more dangerous illness. Aquatic life is also affected. The fishes and the other animals die or become unsafe to eat. It also affects fishermen, farmers, and anyone who depends on clean water for their daily lives. To fight water pollution, we need to work together. Factories must treat their waste properly, and the government should enforce strict rules. As individuals, we can help by not throwing rubbish into drains and joining river cleanup activities. Remember that small action can make a big difference. So that's all from me.
I agree with you. I for pollution is a serious issue that we must all agree needs immediate attention. Clean water is essential for life, yet many rivers, lakes, and oceans are being contaminated by industrial waste, agricultural runoff, plastic, and untreated sewage. This pollution harms aquatic life, disrupts ecosystem, and threatens human health. So next up, waste pollution. So to conclude, I will discuss waste pollution is one of the major environmental issues we face today. It occurs when waste materials such as plastics, chemicals, and electronics items are not properly managed and are dumped into the environment. This pollution affects our land, water, and air and be harmful to humans, animals, and plants. There are several types of waste, including solid waste like household garbage, plastic bottles, and such as sewage and chemical waste, electronic waste like old phones and computers, and hazardous waste such as batteries and medical waste. The main causes of waste pollution include careless littering, improper industrial waste disposal, lack of recycling practices, and the burning of waste. These actions are not only damage the environment but also lead to serious problems such as water and soil contamination. The spread of diseases, harm to wildlife, and the release of greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change. To reduce waste pollution, everyone has a role to play. We can start by following the 3 Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle. This means using fewer disposable items, reusing materials whenever possible, and separating our waste so it can be recycled properly. Other helpful action include avoiding single-use plastic, disposing of waste correctly, and participating in community cleanup activities. With small but consistent effort, we can protect our environment and create a cleaner, healthier world for future generations. So, waste pollution, obviously, waste pollution is the most serious issue because it really harms wildlife, affects human health, and contributes to climate change. More pollution means power to reduce it by making choices, protecting our environment, help create a cleaner, healthier world for future generations.
Thank you everyone for the enlightening discussion. It's clear that all 5 types of pollution are interconnected and none should be ignored. However, based on our exchange, we agree that waste pollution currently has the most immediate and far-reaching impact on Malaysia, affecting health, the environment, and even international relations due to the haze. Thus, we must push for sustainable development, empower citizens through education, and hold industry accountable. With collective effort, we can ensure a healthier and greener Malaysia for future generations. Thank you.